It's Hans Zimmer, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah. Hello. Welcome back to the Creative Differences Podcast, your one-stop shop for movie reviews, Throwback Thursdays, Fancast Fridays, and a number of other pop culture-related items. I'm Dallas, and this is what I look like.
Hi, I'm Gabby, and this is what I look like.
Yes, in case you're on YouTube, you can see us. Look how pretty Gabby is. Look at me. So
He's
yes,
like,
we're
and
doing
I'm
something.
adequate.
I am okay. We're doing something new, as you can see, and not just here. We do video reactions now on Throwback Thursdays. Only Throwback Thursdays. Don't get used to this.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well,
Some Throwback Thursdays. The plan is to just do it on Thursdays, throwbacks, boom. Not every Thursday, boom. And then, if we hate this or something happens, you'll notice Colin's not here because he sucks.
down.
If something happens and we can't do it, then we won't. But it's fine. Today, we're doing Dark Knight Rises because it is 10 years old. Before we get started, we're started, but before we really get started, please like, share, subscribe, tell everybody, tell the homies, post it on your blog. Because this was a lot. Like, if you can't see the setup, but this was a lot. And we need a reward for this. And I can't turn the AC on, and it's very hot.
It's getting so hot.
We're going to be sweating before this.
Oh,
This
yeah.
movie's
We're going to
very
be so shiny. I'm going to have to reapply powder.
Hey guys, this is the voice of God coming to tell you that the movie released July 20th, 2012.
There
Boom.
we go, July 20th.
Thank you to me. Yeah, yesterday. If you're watching this, the day it comes out. That's the intro. Gabby,
Yes.
do you remember your first time watching it?
Yeah, I saw it in the theater in 2012, and that was the last time I saw it.
Nice. Did you like it?
Yes-ish. I think I remember, at the time, that wasn't supposed to be the sequel. This wasn't supposed to be the sequel. It was supposed to be more Joker, I remember. But, tragedy struck. So I was like, this is fine. I wish it was what it was supposed to be. And then I was a little bit disappointed with, Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character. Because I was like, just call him Dick Grayson. Why'd you have to call him, some dude?
Yeah, that wasn't my favorite.
Yeah, so
No,
I was just like, it's too close to the nitty-gritty. But other than that, I was like, this is great, and I like it.
Fair. I remember the first time I watched this because I was 19 and I was living at home and my dad was somewhere out of town. I don't know. So I thought, I have the house to myself. I'm going to stay up all night for no reason just to do it. So I did. And then the next day we went to watch this 3-hour movie and I was tired, but I didn't fall asleep. And that's how I know I really like this movie because I stayed up. I had no sleep and I didn't fall asleep. And I fall asleep on movies if they're boring.
Me
This
too
one wasn't.
a lot lately.
Yeah,
I'm just out.
Yeah, that's right. But we're old now.
We'll see how we do on this.
Don't fall asleep on our YouTube channel.
I hope not.
All right. You ready?
See, vámonos.
Throw out some Batman and whitewashed villains.
Yep. They were like, why do a Mexican dude? Let's do English.
Like everybody white.
Let's go English.
All right, let's get it cracking. Now I just think of the Lego Batman movie when he was narrating the logos. Dark, gritty logos and music that makes studio executives nervous.
It doesn't make them nervous. It makes them so excited because they're gonna rake in so much money.
So much money.
They're like, we're gonna make so much money.
Long time before someone inspires us the way he did. I believed in Harvey Dent.
Dang, it's been so long since I watched the movie that
I forgot Gary Oldman was in this.
I never forget that.
But also I forgot where
like,
Dark
oh, I wanna
Knight
watch it.
ends.
Voice of God again. Also, shout out to the comic reference because I believe in Harvey Dent is a big thing that is said a lot in The Long Halloween.
What's happening to you?
Oh my God!
Pavel.
Freaking Littlefinger's in
CIA.
this. This was before anyone knew who he was, because it was like a year into Game of Thrones.
Ben Mendelsohn was in this too,
Holy
before he was
smokes.
big too.
Those for them. And why would I want them?
But thank you to me for the comics reference. I always love comic fun facts.
Oh, it is?
Mercenary.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. I forgot to react to that.
First one to talk gets to stay on my aircraft.
He's fighting for his life in that American accent.
Only one of you.
Or perhaps he's wondering why someone would shoot a man before throwing him out of a plane.
Good question.
Ooh.
Bane has some dope lines when you can hear what they're saying.
Yeah.
What it is.
You can talk. Who are you?
It doesn't matter who we are. What matters is our plan.
So many creative choices that I have questions about.
You know what I like about this, about them having done this to Bane though, is
No
that they
one
just
cared
kept
who
it.
I was till I put on the mask.
Whitewashing.
Yeah. Shame on you, man. We could have had a bomb ass, scary Latino man. Also, the mask is like very luchador. Like it's perfect. It's fine.
Yeah, Bane literally wears a luchador mask. Or like a gimp mask, depending on.
We're gonna say luchador.
I mean, there are versions that like he's straight up bondage.
Great.
What's the next step of your master plan?
Crashing this plane.
Oof.
I really like Tom Hardy too, and this was a really good performance. But fam,
Yeah. Because I feel like that was filmed the way that the floating like hallway was in Inception. But
the tumbly, rumbly, tumbly.
yeah. Because that was literally just like a column that spins. And then it's a column that was straight up and down. So that's what's going on here. What is going on?
You know, remember the?
I forgot. Dude, I
All
haven't
the
seen this movie
blood?
in 10 years, dude.
That's fair.
No,
There's
I
a
don't
lot.
remember
There's
the
a lot
blood.
going on.
Shit, this was a 3-hour movie.
They expect one of us in the wreckage, brother.
Oh.
Be like, bro, it ain't gonna be me.
The fire rises.
I love. Oh, that's freaky. He was just like, oh yeah, no, don't worry about
got
it.
you,
I'm
yeah.
totally gonna stay.
I'll crash. It's fine.
Yeah.
I had plans.
I'm about
but
to die, but you know,
I could
it's
just
cool.
die instead.
Yeah,
Calm
yeah,
down,
yeah.
Doctor. Now is not the time for fear.
That comes later.
Oof.
It crashed. Like, presumably, the bodies could have just been somewhere else.
No.
Have you ever dropped a plane with a body in it, Gabby? Are you gonna tell us something?
No, but like plane crashes, like usually people are in their seatbelts.
They ripped the plane apart before it.
Yeah,
like,
no, I know. That's why I'm like, those bodies are gone.
And
I
they
mean, they
turned it-
were gone. Those bodies were gone.
Yeah, like, bro, if they're not there, they're not gonna be like, this is a setup. I don't see the body.
That's true.
Bane did this.
Or they were, or either that they were like, wow, these people were really just like all over the place when
Right,
this plane
man.
started getting ripped apart.
No city is without crime.
I remember this dude.
But this
Haven't
city
seen him
is
in like
without
10 years.
organized crime in its fight
That's,
against the mob. Now, people are
Senior Junior.
repealing
Kim Possible.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
And
that's
What?
it.
I say,
Wild.
my watch.
Just picture
I wanna
Senior
thank the
Junior.
Wayne Foundation for hosting
Yeah.
Saying all of his lines.
Totally ruining him for
Wayne
us.
couldn't be here tonight. Sure, he's
This is
with
gonna be
us.
really interesting to see who's in
And now
this.
I'm gonna give way to
And who like now is very famous or has kind of dropped off the face of the earth.
It's a lot of white people.
Oh my God, it's
and then-
Papa.
the faith in a murderous
Papa?
Sorry.
thug in a
From
mask
Stranger Things?
and a cape. A thug
Go see him.
Oh.
who chose to make
I love how I said that. And I was like, look who it is.
Sweetheart, not so fast with the chow.
Oh, creepy.
Jim Gordon.
Ooh, I forgot she's in this. Yes.
You forgot she's in this?
Yes, dude, it's been
Let
10
him tell you
years.
himself. Commissioner Gordon.
Do you remember who plays Batman?
This is the Christian Bale winner. I'm just kidding. This isn't Robert Pattinson, right?
Yeah, this is the OG.
Just
This is
kidding.
the- George Clooney.
Oh, God.
Bad nipples and all that. Hey, Demi, where do we land on bleeping words versus just trying not to say them?
We may.
My inner monologue
Dallas,
has.
if you want to say it, go ahead.
Just say the N word, man.
Just think like, what if he got out there and was like, this nigga crazy? He trying to kill my son?
That's what he wanted to do.
And you know, you mustn't take it personally. Everyone knows that Wayne's holed up in there with 8-inch nails, peeing into mason jars. It's very good of you to let me on the ground.
Look at you. Now he only plays like scary dudes.
And the alien from Captain Marvel.
That too. Ooh, he's so nice as that alien. It's a nice change of pace. I was like, are you a terrible person? They only cast you as such.
Feign or not is worth investing in, Mr. Daggett.
Fun fact,
But you
Daggett is a
understand any
character
money
from the
and
animated
the power you
series.
think it buys.
Who-
So why waste
He is a white guy, he's bad.
Indeed.
So,
Not surprised.
checks out.
Yeah, it does.
Roland Daggett. I think they changed his first name in this for some reason.
Yeah, that would have scared the shit out of me too.
Bro, you're
that was an
shooting
appropriate reaction.
Is uncrackable.
I love this turn.
Nobody told me it was uncrackable. Sometimes
That's so mean. I do respect it though.
Yeah, Gabby likes bad people. In case you don't listen to our podcast, this is like episode 200.
Eat the
191.
rich, man.
It's like, yeah, he can't walk. Kick him over.
I'm like, eat the rich. Steal his mom's pearls. Who cares?
His mom got shot in front of his face, and that's the one thing he has. Not the one thing he has, but like, it's pretty important.
He has so much. He has a whole.
He watched his mom get clapped
Did you not
up
see
in the alley.
this gigantic ass mansion right now? I don't feel bad for him.
When you and Dad cleaned up the streets, you cleaned them good. Pretty soon we'll be chasing down overdue library books.
Good. Cut their funding. Like.
What's your name, son?
Blake, sir.
You got something you want to ask me, Officer Blake?
It's like Drake and what's the other name? The Robins.
There are so many.
Yeah.
There's Dick Grayson, Tim Drake, Jason Todd, Stephanie Brown, Carrie Kelly.
Literally pick a name, dude. Why?
Damian Wayne.
Damian Wayne. How to forget the one he's actually his son?
Like, and they couldn't give him. Never mind. It's fine.
Christopher Nolan don't care about comic books
Obviously.
or people of color.
Guys, Tenet just came out recently.
There was one black person in that movie.
And he was the lead.
He didn't even have a name.
Still only one.
They didn't even
They
give him
didn't
a
give
name.
him a name?
He had a black protagonist who didn't have a name.
That's rude.
His name is the protagonist.
Nah, that don't count. That's so rude. Did he have a name?
He wanted to name him Black Dude #1, but they wouldn't let him.
She's good, but the ground is shrinking beneath.
I love that he already found her.
Yeah, he's Batman, you know.
She won't. She likes them too much. It was print a toner mixed with graphite on the safe.
Oh, his English accent slipped in too. Oh.
He Welsh.
I mean,
British.
his British accent. Is he Welsh?
I think he's Welsh. Demi's our fact checker. She can tell us if he's Welsh. I'm so glad we have Demi off screen.
Yeah, me too.
I listen to so many podcasts, and I'm just thinking, bro, if y'all had a fact checker, this would be great, because they just say stuff.
Christian Bale was indeed born in Wales.
Hey!
Yo! Okay.
But you're not living. You're just waiting, hoping for things to go bad again.
But it slipped through. And usually his don't slip through, which is how you know this whole set was English. Because his accents are usually, like American especially, is usually flawless.
You wouldn't say anything to me, nor me to you.
This is such a weird fantasy,
No,
bro.
it's not, because Ben Affleck had the same one in Good Will Hunting. Low key. He's like, I have this fantasy that like the whole time I come to the door, that like the door.
I remember.
So
I'm
it's
coming
like,
to pick you up, and then you're
yeah.
not there because you went to make something of your life.
Yeah.
That's different.
Isn't it though?
He raised this boy, and he's like, I have a fantasy that you just stop talking to me, and then you go get married, and I see you in another country, and then you also don't talk to me.
Well, I think it's because he's like, it's proof that like you've moved on from the ghosts of your past, and he's like, if that includes, if moving on from your ghosts does not include me in your life either, I will give that up as long as you're okay, bro. Like, he probably just...
It's just like, bro, it's your fantasy. You don't have to compromise that much. You could just be like, I had a fantasy that you were happy, and you had a wife, and we were all hanging out.
Yeah.
We all went together to that cafe to eat.
Right hand, no partials.
Damn, okay, right hand, no partials? They can't even do that on murder cases nowadays.
Not so fast, handsome. You got something for me?
Oh, she handed that over too quickly.
I don't know what you're planning to do with Mr. Wayne's prints, but I'm guessing you'll need his thumb.
Good girl.
You don't count so good, huh? My friend's outside, just hit send.
Got the burner phone.
It's important. That's how you don't get tracked.
Yeah, you know.
Keely.
Was that Keely?
That's Keely as Juno Temple.
Oh
See, this movie's a gold mine for white people.
Yes.
We can't
Oh,
have sins.
your favorite white people.
Even in that dress.
That's one thing you can count on Christopher Nolan for.
I don't know. You did just use his cell phone.
Yo. Oh, because it was 2012. So you could still have one of those. I'm like, it's not an iPhone. You're right. It is a burner. It's a burner now. It's a burner in
Yeah.
2022.
It's a 2022 burner.
Ooh, she's so smart. I love it. She had all her bases covered. Yes, you love to see it. Ooh, and she's smart. She had his prints on the gun. Ooh, and she's using that white woman privilege. Love it. Yes, 10 out of 10. Very well done, Catwoman. This is how you do it. Yes, exactly.
I do not remember this scene.
Me either.
Call me.
She totally fucked him over. And he's like, calm. Oh my god. I love this so much. She played this perfectly. So proud.
And your weaknesses cost the lives of 3 others.
No, he's alone.
Ooh. Why did he look so much bigger in 2012? Because The Rock exists and just is that size now. Okay.
I mean, he got big.
No, he did, and he is huge. But
Yeah,
like
the
The
large
Rock is bigger.
The Rock's bigger than everybody.
So I'm like, this is huge. I'm impressed, but yeah, Jim, get out of there.
I can't believe I didn't say that's what she said when Gabby said, "This is huge, I'm impressed." It's like it's the best one.
And if I could get a warrant for the investigation of Harvey Dent's murder, I still count as unscheduled.
He's like, if you must.
Should have said, "We don't talk to police," and slammed the door in his face.
My dad got shot a couple years later over a gambling debt. And I remember that one just fine.
Do you want his mom's pearls to get stolen too, Gabby?
No, not his, because he's not a billionaire. You see the difference? You see how he's an
So
orphanage?
dead mom is like whatever. It's just the money thing.
No, that's not whatever. It's just, just billionaires. I don't feel that bad for him.
You're kind of like the Riddler in the new Batman movie.
Like Batman could like Bruce Wayne, not Batman, could single-handedly fix Gotham City, but he's choosing to just run around and punching poor people in the face.
That's way more fun.
Why did you say that your boys' home used to be funded by the Wayne Foundation?
Because the money stopped. Might be time to get some fresh air. Start paying attention to the details.
Exactly.
Touch grass, Bruce. Go outside.
See, that's my point. Is like, he has all this. He's so rich.
It's good.
No,
It's that guy.
Yes, I love him. Reno 911.
Not much of any use.
Again, this is a treasure trove.
It really is. For white people.
Just only the whites, though. Only
Thomas
the whites.
Lennon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh man, I was not gonna remember his name.
Yeah, me either.
I fan casted him for Treasure Planet.
Was it the robot?
No. I had him as Doppler.
Doppler. That's what it was.
We were in this together.
This was the teaser.
Then you were gone.
You remember the teaser, but you don't remember
I was just about to
Catwoman?
say the same thing.
You
Or
guessed
Gordon?
me, yes!
No, I was about to say, how
She
did
was
you
gonna say,
ever
how do you
remember
remember
the teaser?
Damn it.
the teaser, but you don't remember who played Gordon or Catwoman?
I just remember, that was like from the deep recesses of my memory, but I just remember everyone being like, why is Gordon in the freaking hospital?
Get out.
She took my...
Dude, cancel your credit cards when you get home.
Wow, those are only $60.
Exactly.
Probably the watch.
Yes. If it's a rollie, okay. But if it's a registered rollie, you can't resell it. He'll get it back.
You were concerningly into crime, and I feel like we're gonna be on a watch list now. Nope, there goes. Ooh, good catch.
I'm not concerningly into crime. I just know things like Rolexes.
Concerning things.
No.
Every
like,
crime that Selena has committed, you'd be like, ooh, that was good, because you know what you gotta do. When you're shooting a gun with someone else's fingerprints, you gotta make sure.
No, I mean, she didn't have to wipe the gun because she used old boy's hand.
I feel
she
like
thought
an
of
accomplice because I'm sitting
everything.
next to Gabby now.
She
So when
thought
they
of
come to get
everything.
you-
But also, you can't resell a rollie if it's pre-registered, right? Because it could be traced back to the person. The person will just get back. You have to register.
I'm not
the rollie.
affiliated with her, whatever she does on the side. We record podcasts together, and then she goes to live her life of crime. I have nothing to do with that.
I mean, just this is information I've gathered over the years unintentionally. It's just like against my will. I learned about that and just remembered it.
Were you raised by a band of thieves? Like,
No. I'll tell you off camera.
okay, that's probably better.
Once you've done what you had to, they'll never let you do what you want to.
Start fresh.
Why is he playing Captain Save-A-Ho right now?
I want you to know, Gabby, that's
Everything
one
we
of
do
my
is
favorite
collated and
phrases in the world.
quantified every day.
Captain
Captain
Save-A-Ho.
Save-A-Ho?
Yes.
That makes sense.
I take
That's kind of Batman's thing. He loves being a Captain Save-A-Ho.
Yeah, I know.
Dallas and I have discussed this before, but
We have, yes.
Batman likes his women to be criminals.
There's a storm coming, Mr.
It's
No,
like,
like
I can
you're-
fix you. He's the I can. Oh, the original I can fix you. I can fix her.
He don't want to fix him. He wants a baddie.
Yeah, but like bad, like
Like
legally.
actually bad.
Yeah, like your unnamed partner apparently likes criminals because of everything you've been saying today.
Sir. I wonder what she's gonna steal right now.
Scared her off.
That old man's like, I want her to ruin my life, please. Yep, there she is.
Still lost my ticket.
No.
Your wife said you were taking a cab home. My wife?
No, you don't know if Bruce Wayne is married or not. I'm Bruce Wayne's wife.
I love
Nigga,
that.
I've never heard of you.
I was like, she's gonna steal something, and she did.
As I live and breathe.
Melanin.
Finally.
He got some. Let's go.
How far into this movie? Like 30 minutes? 45 minutes?
I don't know how long. 37 minutes in, we got some melanin. Let's go.
That
You wouldn't
isn't
let
a
us down,
side
Christopher
character.
Nolan.
I'll be honest, I'd forgotten. I'd forgotten about Lucius Fox until you brought him up because
But you remember that teaser.
I did. But it's only because it literally remembered it as I saw him lying there speaking, and I was like, oh my god, the teaser. From the deep recesses of 2012's memory. Margaret Tate es esta mujer.
Show her the machine.
Talia algo.
Yes.
Got it.
Miranda Tate, by the way.
Anything else?
Oy, perdón.
Either way, it's not a real name.
It's an M. And it's
More
not a real name.
whitewash.
These conversations used to
Yep.
end with an
I mean, when they did that with Liam Neeson too, though, in the first movie.
Right. That was crazy. He's like
Consistency.
white.
Yeah, I mean.
He's Irish.
Yep.
He's walk around Ireland looking for black people to beat up white.
Oof. And then lampoon it on Atlanta.
That was
Oof.
great.
If this man is everything that you say
Dang,
he
Alfred
is,
is like, bro, you can't do it.
then the city needs me.
Like, you're not built for this, Bruce.
Needs Bruce Wayne.
Exactly, Alfred.
Your
Exactly.
resources, your knowledge.
Yes, you tell
He
him.
doesn't need your body or your life.
Yes, Alfred.
That time's past.
Yeah, you tell
You're
him the
afraid
truth.
that if I go back out there, I'll fail.
Yeah, you're not built for this, Bruce.
No, not that. It's like the city needs Bruce Wayne, your ability, your resources, your power. Oh my God, Glenn Powell!
It's that guy we were just talking
Glenn
about.
Powell!
That's hilarious.
Dude, I love this. See, this is fun. White people only, though.
Oh my God, yes.
With parentheses, it's a gold mine.
Playing the game of Find the Whites.
Yo, this is a Where is Waldo situation. Even though, so we thought that would ruin the stock exchange in 2012. Actually, there's just a bunch of like, because it's all digital. Like, there's literally just a bunch of like things in place to automatically turn it off when something goes awry, which we found out at the beginning of the pandemic with good old Trump.
Good to know. It's so wild to me how many people you can just straight up shoot on camera as long as you don't do blood.
Yep.
Because Nolan has a lot of murders in these movies, but no blood, so it's all good.
Yeah, or if the blood's not red, aka Thor: Love and Thunder.
True.
Because that
Make it gold.
was a massacre.
It really was.
Because it was gold. No, children were probably traumatized. Children were traumatized.
It was pretty.
What is that thing, dude?
This is the first time Batman on screen?
Yeah, I
Oh
think
boy,
so.
no wonder this movie's so long.
Dude, they had to really set up how sad he was. Or broken or whatever.
It's 45 minutes.
This movie is so long. Dun, dun, dun,
Dun, dun.
dun. Ooh, this song hit.
Really good. It's Hans Zimmer, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah.
And I love that like every song was the name of a different species of bat. Like
Really?
that's adorable. Uh-huh.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And they specifically picked the Lambo Murciélago because Murciélago is bat.
I did know that one.
Oh, her little cat ears.
Is that Spanish or Italian?
Murciélago? I don't. Well, Murciélago is Spanish, but I don't know if they used the Italian version because Spanish and Italian are very similar. I don't know how not all of Gotham knows that dude's Bruce Wayne. Look at that technology.
They don't even know if Bruce Wayne has a wife.
He's got a lot of firepower.
You're right.
What, and you don't?
Exactly. Your police force in America. You have a tank, motherfucker. Like,
you got everything.
You got everything.
Y'all ain't been defunded.
They ask you what you want, and you say, I want military-grade weapons, and the city goes, sure, here you go. That was Papa had the appropriate response there. Ooh, that was beautiful.
I do love that turn.
Yeah, that, ooh, fancy bike. I've seen it in person at the Warner Brothers Studio Tour.
Same. It's a fun tour.
Yeah, it's really neat. And they're like, and all these are operational, and I'm like, wow.
Then you're like, how can
Damn, they even brought the dogs. They're serious.
The dogs. He looks so different.
I know.
Like,
It's
I
because
did
they
not
made him
recognize him
real pale as Papa.
Yeah, and you know.
This motherfucker on a helicopter. Oh my goodness.
The bat.
Guess he's not a rat in a trap after all.
Sure it was him.
I do love JGL in this.
Ooh. It's like, she's so pretty, I'm gonna fight with her. He's like, we don't use guns.
You're kidding me.
No guns.
Yep, there
Where's
it is.
the fun in that?
Exactly. I mean, oh no, he's so good. He doesn't like to kill. No Captain America. Chest stomps for him.
Chest stomps.
My mother warned me about getting into cars with strange men.
This isn't a go.
Yes. Oh, I remember that line from the trailer.
That was a good one.
That was a good line.
This isn't a car.
Can't tell if that's a Jim Bro stance.
I don't know,
Or
but
if
I
he's
like
just trying
it.
to
It
be
works
scary.
for him. He's
It
like,
does.
yeah, I'm gonna calmly clutch my pearls
Yeah.
while I walk over to you.
He's like, I'm just gonna observe how these two just screwed me over a little bit.
In return, I need to know what you did with Bruce Wayne's fingerprints.
What a dork.
Why, are you Bruce Wayne?
I doubt many people get the better of you.
Hey, when a girl's desperate.
What's he gonna do?
You really did this voice for 3 movies.
KJ.
And then we all made fun of Tom Hardy. Like, Tom Hardy must have been
No.
mad. Like, yo, y'all let Kristen Bell get this off
No.
for 3 movies?
They made fun of him too. They're just
That's
not,
true.
but it's just
That's
so
true.
much
They
easier
did.
to make fun of Bane. Bane was the easy target. He's the low hanging fruit. But people go, where is she all the time? Come
That's
on.
true. He came over here
That's
like he was
iconic.
gargling rocks. And then Tom Hardy was
He's
like,
like,
oh,
I had to hide my voice, so what am I gonna do? I'm gonna sound like Scooby Doo.
Roman.
I see the power of belief. I see the League of Shadows resurgent.
Dude, why is Alfred the only one making sense in this whole movie? Look at him. Everything he's saying is correct.
Although he also did just say to fund the police. You said to give the police more weapons and such.
And then he called them a bloated police force.
They are, yeah. He's hitting both sides of the argument.
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna be right either way.
Exactly. Somebody agrees with me.
Yeah.
That was my life beyond the cave. I can't just move on.
Yes, you can. It's totally fine.
She did.
Also,
she couldn't.
She didn't even like you like that.
What
bro.
if she had?
I know, she about to be with
She was
Harvey.
about to be with two
What
ways.
if before she died, she wrote a letter saying she chose Harvey Dent? And what if, to spare you pain,
Oh my God, Alfred.
I burnt that letter?
Oh, Alfred.
Did you forget that too?
There.
Yes.
Okay.
Good for you, Alfred, though.
It sucks though because it didn't work. He still went and got his back blown out by Bane, and then got dumped in a hole.
Yeah, but like, Alfred's like, I'm not gonna be an enabler anymore, though.
Yeah, you know, he tried his best.
Alfred got out of there. Can't remember if he does. It's been 10 years.
Fair. It's been a while. Hey, Melanin.
Answering your own door?
So Morgan Freeman is great. I'm so glad he's in these movies.
Okay. Also, this is a great plan on their part. They got Bane cooking up, being a distraction, basically. And they have her looking at the real weapons.
Someone will work
work out. What Dr. Pavel did, someone will figure out a way to make this power source into a nuclear weapon. To take
She's
control.
like, it's me.
It's me, I'm someone.
I'm so excited.
You work with it.
But we can.
See, you're trying to help. You're trying to make clean energy for the people and whatnot. You want it to be a good billionaire. He just want to beat up poor people.
Man, he could have been done cleaning up the city. Shit. He was just off gallivanting with the League of Shadows or whatever it's called.
He had to become a ninja first.
So dumb. Bruce, what did you think was going to happen? This is your first meeting in like 6 years.
Right, they didn't even know you're still alive.
They're towing his car. I mean, this is terrible for him, but hilarious for me.
Where's Bang?
Oh, you told him it was urgent.
Oh, where is that man?
Speak of the devil,
Ooh.
and he shall appear.
What the hell is going on?
Ah, you are bold.
The plan is proceeding as expected. Leave us.
No, you stay here. I'm in charge.
Oh,
I love this so much.
You feel
He
it.
just put his hand on his shoulder. Not even the palm, just a little.
Just a
little
little, like,
edge.
pinky.
Pinky. You feel in charge?
Just like the corner of the pinky.
This gives you power over me.
Ooh.
Gotta take some of that bass out your voice. That's what Bang wanted to say. I've heard Latino Bang would have said you should take some of that bass out your voice.
I'm necessary evil.
Ooh. I don't like that.
It's a rough one.
It's like that pencil scene in Dark Knight.
Great scene.
I hate it.
I think we should make a list of crimes that you like and crimes that you don't. So like
Stop.
that was on one of the two crimes that you don't like.
I don't like the scary ones.
Got it.
I'm like the clever ones. It's like, ooh, nice job. I see what you did there. You thought that out.
The lines were clever. Clever speech with the murder.
Yeah, no, I didn't like the murder.
That's fair. Okay.
It's like cool motive, still murder.
Cool murder, still murder. Good reference.
John Daggett's body was just found in a dumpster about an hour ago.
That's a
Thought you might
bummer.
Hang in a dumpster, bro?
I always feel bad for people that find bodies in dumpsters. Because they're
MTA,
always like,
maintenance,
I thought it was a
sewer
mannequin.
construction,
I'm like, oh,
other things.
the trauma.
You listen to way too much true crime.
I do.
Because the sentence, I always feel bad for people who find bodies in dumpsters, should never come out of anybody's mouth. That should never be a thing that, oh yeah, that happens all the time.
Grid. I want him.
And they always,
Yeah,
you shouldn't know what they always think.
I mean, what else would you think if you saw
Oh my
something
God, I
like that?
found a
You're
body.
like, no, you'd be like, no.
my head's around
Why is there a
here.
mannequin in here?
that
Because
could also
what,
be a
like,
coincidence.
why would you go to dead body first? You would never go to dead
Because
body.
it's a body in the dumpster.
Not allowed to believe in coincidence.
I remember when I watched this, I was like, I did not expect there to be romance in this movie.
There got romance in all of them.
Yeah, but I was like, Rachel's dead.
That ain't fair.
How can we change that?
Start by taking me to Bane.
This is where he gets all fucked up.
Neither am I.
He's behind you.
That was real cute.
I love it. They did that scene better in the new Batman. Ooh.
Don't trust these hoes.
I love this. That's what you get.
These hoes ain't loyal.
Not as serious as yours.
About to have his
I
back
fear.
murdered.
Yeah.
Ooh.
He was fighting his little heart out.
He was trying. I love how the guards are looking down like, ooh, this is
Like,
embarrassing
I
for
don't wanna
him.
watch this.
They're like, this is really embarrassing for him.
Bane is dog walking this man. Yeah, scream, that'll help. You hate to see it.
Theatricality and deception. Powerful agents to the uninitiated. But we are initiated, aren't we, Bruce? Members of the League of Shadows.
So it is. Alfred was right at every turn.
Betrayed us.
Bruce Lee, I should have listened to Alfred. My feet ain't even touching the ground. I made a huge mistake.
Oh, you think darkness is your ally? You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by it. I didn't see the light until I was already a man. By then it was nothing to me but blinding.
My favorite line in this entire
Great
movie.
line.
Is the best line in the whole movie.
Shadows betray you because they belong to me.
Dang.
Ooh, he cracked this.
Dented your helmet.
Damn, and that's a strong helmet. It's our hero's lowest moment.
To get that back blown out.
Actually, yeah, you're right. It's about to be his lowest moment. Oh, here it is.
Oh, your body.
Ooh, I hate this. I don't like it.
Just like the comic.
That happened in the comic?
Yeah, it's like a fan. That's the main thing people know about Bane is that he
Broke Batman's
busted
back.
Batman's back.
Ooh.
Just like that, he lifted him up and then cracked him on his knee.
Wow, I did not understand that reference.
Fun fact. It shouldn't be funny, but I'm just picturing a freeze frame of like Bane lifting Batman and then it stops and Bruce is like, yeah, that's me. You're probably wondering how I got in this situation.
Ooh, a whole ass mess. I love that she's trying to go undetected, but she looks this fabulous at the airport. No one looks like you at the airport, girl. You are conspicuous.
We've made some mistakes, Miss Kyle.
Ooh.
You have an appetite.
That was a textbook.
Got the permanent record.
That wasn't some mistakes. She wrote the book on mistakes.
Then you have my permission to die.
Woo! This nigga's big.
Mission.
This will make a good beat. Yeah. It probably has. Somebody's probably saying.
Oh, someone's definitely done that.
People make every beat out of everything.
A child born in this hell.
Bane.
An old legend.
Imagine Joey King growing into Tom Hardy.
But
That
not
would be insane.
Joey King.
Yeah, but like.
No, but it's
the
not
movie,
Tom Hardy.
At this point, the movie
yeah,
wants us
they
to think
implied
that.
it to you. Yeah, because nobody knew who she
it's
was.
like,
So
you said
she
Bane, and they
does
show
look like a little
Joey
boy.
King, and I'm like, huh.
Yeah, but she looks like a little boy. So you're like, yeah, 100%.
The first time I watched this, I was so mad because I didn't realize it was Joey King, and I knew what Joey King looked like, and I was like, I thought it was a little boy.
Yeah, no, they did a great job of convincing us that it's a little boy.
I watched it with someone, and they were like, yeah, I knew that wasn't Bane, because I recognized that little girl. They're like, that's not a little boy.
Hey!
Yes, that guy.
I don't know where he's from.
He's in Tropic Thunder, I believe. Maybe.
You're a cop. Detective.
Detective,
As
okay.
detective. We're not allowed
Can you
to
rob
Somebody
him?
got promoted. Really?
Popped
You
him.
just shot somebody. Ooh!
That was a bold choice.
Dude. You just shot 2 people. I mean, clearly he's police, so.
Yeah, that's what they. Dun, 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 dun. Moving on.
Remember this from the trailer.
I feel like maybe you only saw the trailer. You didn't watch the movie.
No, I watched this movie. I just remember these scenes because I was like scared. I was like, why am I afraid?
You remember watching these scenes in the trailer.
Yeah.
You don't.
Also,
you didn't watch this movie, Gabby.
No, I watched them in the movie too. I just remember they used these scenes in the trailer, and
I
I
do
remember,
remember that too,
and I remember just being haunted by this trailer. I was like, what is gonna happen
Very
in
good
this
trailer.
movie? These poor police, she says, because they're walking into a trap.
These poor civilians.
Right? They're about to be
They didn't sign up for that.
terrified.
That kid looks bored.
Yeah.
Shout out to the lady not standing for the anthem over there. I see her. This is a really dope scene, though. Ah, I forgot they got him.
Yeah, I forgot they got the mayor.
That dude's an actual football player. His name is Hines Ward.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, there's the ward.
That collar is popped.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, okay with the Sherpa. Subaru. They're not glamorous, but they get the job done.
This episode is sponsored by Subaru. No, I'm just kidding. We don't have ads.
Oh, I wish. Could you imagine?
Yo.
All of us with new Subarus.
Get that bag. Get the Subaru bag. And, ooh, 2 for 2 on the saves.
I'm so clumsy that I actually have great reflexes.
Yes. I've seen you knock many a thing over in our place. wonder how many people in the crowd are like, I can't understand him. What did he say? A bomb? Why did he kill that guy? Especially like you're in a football stadium, he has a microphone, so they just are. They're like, yo, what happened? Who was that?
Can we get subtitles?
Right.
The people of our greatest city are resilient. They have proven this before, and they will prove it again.
Our greatest city?
Right? What about Metropolis?
Oh, Gotham is your worst city. You got a whitewashed terrorist. You had a clown running around whenever that happened.
Gotham's a hot mess.
A dude in a burlap sack was drugging everybody. Solo show.
Behind you stands a symbol of oppression under the name.
Really got her in the dude's
of
prison.
This man, Harvey Dent.
Can you imagine if this was like the animated series and like Two-Face was still alive, but they didn't know it was Harvey Dent until this moment?
That would be wild.
Yep.
Two-Face?
Harvey Dent, he saved my boy.
You may face such a moment of crisis, and in that moment, I hope you have a friend like I did. To plunge their hands into the filth, so that you can keep yours clean.
Go ahead, Sirius Black.
Your hands look plenty filthy to me, Commissioner.
We take
Got him.
and we give it back to you. The
people.
Gotham is yours. None shall interfere.
We need Gabby for this part. Where'd she go?
This is a real eat the rich moment though. Like, yeah, Bane is.
Cast out into the cold world that we know.
We can assume that Gabby is down for everything that's happening on screen.
Except for the letting go of the inmates part.
I don't know, bro. She been.
Will be
She's coming back.
She been saying some things.
So Gabby, how do you feel about them basically eating the rich, but also letting out the criminals?
Yikes.
I told you.
Some of them are in there because, you know, their third drug offense and, you know, our system's broken. But some of them are, like, terrifying and they probably should be in jail. So I'm like, ugh, I don't know what this goes.
Fair.
There's a vertebra protruding from your back. It has to be put
A
back.
compound fracture?
Stay like this.
If he stands, this sounds like, no.
Is that how you fix that?
No.
Just punch him in the back really hard.
No.
Hang him with a rope.
Nah.
And hope for the best.
Nope. His spine's probably severed. Like, it's a miracle he's alive.
Even as a 19-year-old kid, I watched this movie and I was like, that don't sound right.
That's right.
You just
like,
made him a pinata and then punched
Right.
him in the back and then left.
Exactly.
Now you understand. Gotham is beyond saving. No. And must be allowed to die.
He's like, listen, I know I was born to a trash-ass city, but you leave my trash city alone.
Like, just let it go, bro. Like, take out this one little city in Jersey and then everybody is fine.
I mean, it's not just that he was born in Gotham. His family made Gotham.
Yeah.
True. But, you know, they should have made it better. Although, in fairness, it does seem like in this movie that his parents were trying when they were brutally murdered. Like, you know, they had the railway for the poor people. They had the orphanage. Hey, Keely.
Catwoman out here giving bye vibes, as always.
I wonder how many times he's gonna fail. I forgot.
It's because you didn't watch the movie. You watched
Stop
the trailer.
it, sir. It's been 10 years.
Melanin.
Ooh, so close. Oof.
You're going to need another back punch.
The men trapped underground number almost 3,000.
What a hot mess. You literally sent all the police down there. Papa should never be in charge of anything.
That's true. He screws it up and everything he's...
And hang them where the world can see.
Yikes, I hate when they do that.
You about to hang this black man, babe? Don't do that. Don't do that. Ah, you did it.
Survival is the spirit, the soul.
You could speak English
Bro,
this
you
whole
speak
time?
Fear.
Why ain't you been talking to me, bro? Sound like you have a pretty good grasp of English, too.
He has an excellent grasp
You were
of English.
eloquent. You're Using flowery language. Survival is so...
He's speaking in metaphor.
Right, bro? Like... You got an English degree.
He's like, you've been using a translator this whole time for why? Oi! Someone's mad, but he's not. Oh my god. That just messed with my mind. That was a good transition.
How can you move faster than possible, fight longer than possible, without the most powerful impulse of the spirit?
See? He does.
The fear of death.
This man is speaking in literature right now.
He said impulse.
Of the spirit. What? Speaks better than Bruce.
Yep. Speaks better than Bane.
I don't know what Bane's saying.
Bane speaks in one-liners because he's like, my English. I love that this time he packed, because normally he doesn't pack.
Right.
Normally he just climbs.
You guys like, what? Rope. You want the rope? You sure? It would suck if the bats just knocked him off that ledge.
Right.
And he just fell to his death. And the credits rolled. We would still be 2 hours.
Okay, pues, Bruce.
Go ahead, Batman.
He did it. Yes.
They're so hyped. It's like they think they're getting out of prison.
It's just hope. It's the hope. He's like, more ropes. Here you go. Bye.
Harley got a kiss when she escaped.
This is what billionaires think will happen to them.
Yeah. I see why.
And it's like, no, dude, we just want you to pay your taxes.
Exile or death.
Oh, poor guy.
And he's gone.
That's not how you walk through ice, by the way. You go as flat as possible. Try
Good
to
to know.
disperse your weight. Just FYI.
At least that wasn't about crime.
Where's Foley, damn it?
Is Foley Papa?
Should be on the streets.
Man, Foley, Papa, why are you the worst?
Got a family, bro. I'm going home.
It don't matter.
You let your wife come to the door when the city's under occupation?
Dude, that thing has a half-life of 5 months. You are all gonna die.
At this point, it's like 3 weeks away. The time really jumps in this movie.
Yeah.
Shout out to young Aramis Knight.
Oh, snap. Is that the Red Dagger?
It is
Where?
indeed the Red Dagger.
It's a little boy.
What? Damn, he's grown. 10 years, Gabby. It's been 10 years.
Bro, I worked hard for that.
It's like, man, why
I almost
would you
got
buy
jumped for
me
this
that
apple.
Pretty generous for a thief.
White lady
He's
germs.
back. There he is. Míralo. Wow.
I think there's more to you. In fact, I think that for you,
Bruce, you're not gonna fix her.
He does not learn. You can't trust these hoes, Bruce.
Bruce.
Don't save her. She don't want to be
Exactly.
She don't want to be saved.
There's so many songs about this.
He's like, I couldn't save my parents. Let me save you. We can tie everything back to his parents.
I mean, yeah. Pretty big trauma.
Y'all are walking wrong. And you should know this. You guys grew up in this area. Why do I know? I'm in SoCal.
Why do you know that?
I don't know. It's just something I know from something. Maybe somebody told me. I don't know.
You be dumping bodies in frozen lakes?
Stop that. No. It's a terrible way to dump a body. Yeah, no.
She's not kidding.
No. This is so neat.
Bruce, where did you find the time?
Right? He was
Yo,
like,
there's so many
it's
questions in this
time
movie.
for
Like,
a
you are
project.
So dramatic.
He's like, it's time for a project. I need a bat signal.
As if people ain't out there dying and being held hostage.
Right.
And he's like, you know what I need? A moment.
Let me hit up Michaels real quick.
He's so theatrical.
The mask's not for you. It's to protect the people you care about.
Well, people, you know you ain't got no family.
Count to 5, then throw.
I mean, neither does Batman.
That's true. Batman's just trying to save hoes all the time. So he has people he cares about.
Hey, no offense, but you got something bigger in that belt.
I love how these cops are like, we're ready to fight, even though I've been underground in the same clothes for the last 5 months. I really just need a cold shower. I just need a shower.
Batman says, you don't have time to shower. I had time to do an art project on the wall. But you need to get right to the fight.
Yeah, let's go, buddy. Oh, she looks fantastic.
Wait until the fighting begins.
You're gonna wage a war to save your stuck-up girlfriend?
To start it.
Look at you, Hayden.
Is that jealousy I hear, Catwoman?
Sounds like it.
Right.
No, I've got 45 minutes to get clear.
Shout out to whoever decided to put Batman's 2 greatest loves in one movie.
Right.
I'll open that tunnel when I'm gone.
I think, I can agree with that. The propaganda portion
Oh,
of the film.
all of a sudden, Papa has balls.
This is the Blue Lives Matter segment.
Yo!
He's like, what was that? I love Batman. He's so dramatic.
I know.
I'll come at the last minute and shoot this thing
Right?
real quick. I got you.
He just loves the drama.
I'm gonna let you think you're about to get mowed
Yep.
down, but you won't. Apparently, this happened at Knott's Berry Farm yesterday.
It did?
You didn't hear that? They had to shut Knott's Berry Farm down earlier yesterday because teenagers kept starting fights.
Why does Knott's get so ghetto? I thought Six Flags was ghetto.
I think Six Flags is the rougher
So
one.
you came back to die with your city.
Them OC
Never happened
teens
at
got
Disney.
wild.
That would never happen at Disneyland.
There it is.
Oh. Found your weakness, buddy.
Yeah.
Ooh, wait.
Mad now.
Ooh.
Where's the trigger? Where is it? Where is it?
He heard you, bro.
Tell me where the trigger is. Then you have my permission to die.
Ooh, using his own words.
Turned it back on you. It sounded better when Bane said it.
Yeah, it did. It sounded better when Bane said it.
Child of Ra's al Ghul made the climb.
But he's not the child of Ra's al Ghul. I am.
Stop trusting these hoes, Bruce.
Vengeance against the man who killed him is simply a reward for my patience.
Technically, I didn't kill him. I just didn't have to save him.
The knife that waits years without forgetting.
She played the slow game.
Slips quietly between the bones.
The long game. She played the long game.
She's like, wait.
Good job, Jim.
Go ahead.
Too slow.
Ha!
The trigger's under attack.
Got you.
Gordon.
Aww. Take 2 on shot to death, Papa.
You'll just have to imagine the fire.
Who came in?
You know.
Wow. I'm so glad I haven't seen this movie in 10 years. This is great. Seems like a really bad idea for a nuclear weapon. Just a thought.
You gotta work with what you got.
Fair.
What are you doing? Protection from the blast. We're gonna be all right. Double time, go.
An atom bomb.
You think they need to hear that right now?
Exactly.
Die without hope.
All these kids are
What's
gonna
wrong
die.
with you? Like,
Tell them. You're all gonna die, kids. I hate that they all stopped to watch her.
worst death ever.
Not great. Not great.
But you came back here.
So did you.
I guess we're both suckers.
She's like, I'm
You
getting
don't have time
one
for
last
any
kiss.
of this. You don't have time to watch Miranda's stupid little death. You don't have time to be kissing broads.
I never cared who you were.
Again, Captain Save the Home.
The people know.
You don't have time to tell Gordon, you're like, just fly the bomb.
Even a man doing something as simple.
Although, I guess he's waiting for it to start up, that's fine.
A coat around a young boy's shoulders.
He's like, the hell are you talking
Just
about?
get out of there, Batman. Just take it out. Take the atom bomb out of there. Poison the water for a few
Thinking about it,
months,
he's like,
years.
oh, the kid with the coat, Bruce.
Bruce Wayne.
Oh, he didn't know.
No.
I forgot he didn't know. all that feels like it would have set the bomb off. But you know,
Yeah,
it's
he's
just
slamming
me,
the bomb against
right? I'm just
the
like,
street.
are you sure? He's scraping it. I'm like, are we sure? A bomb that's like 5 minutes from detonating, less than that now. I want to know how this dude lived through this.
Oh, it makes no sense.
I'm like,
There's no way.
He's like, there's no autopilot. I was hoping like Lucius would be like, I put the autopilot on it for you. Like, no. Wonder how many fish just died. Like,
All of them.
ooh, oh, he got pretty far out. Good job.
That I hold a sanctuary in their hearts and in the hearts of their descendants.
Hey, Cap.
It is a far,
He's like, fuck
far
the
better
police.
thing.
Exactly. So Blake just did.
Than I have.
Can I change your mind? About quitting the force?
You heard me say hey, Cap.
You should use your full name. I like that name. Robin.
Boo. Tomato, tomato,
They
tomato.
could have done better.
Please, I just need to know what I could have done to fix it.
But, Mr. Fox, it's already been fixed.
Surprise, surprise.
6 months ago.
Check the ID on the bench.
Bruce Wayne.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God. It's been 10 years.
You didn't watch the movie, guys.
I definitely saw this movie.
You watched the trailer a lot.
Stop it. This wasn't in the
To
trailer.
the point where you thought.
This wasn't in the trailer.
That's why you don't remember it. Now you can't talk to him because your little fantasy.
I love it.
Thought he was
He's like,
dead, and now you can't go
yes.
say hi to your, basically your son.
I love it. He got what he wanted.
We did it.
So cool. Oh my God, 3 hours later.
Ooh, it's so long. So now that you've seen it,
Yes.
because you hadn't seen it,
I had seen it. It was just 10 years ago. Okay, it's been 10 years.
you watched the trailer.
I have
a
not
lot.
seen this movie in 10 years. I remember the trailer because I remember having all those awesome questions and then being a little bit disappointed by this movie. But I think I know why I was disappointed. And
Was it the story? Let's talk about the story.
I think it was the story a little bit. I think because I didn't expect, especially after the way that Dark Knight ended, I didn't expect Batman to be so broken. And we looked at the time. It took 45 minutes to see him in the suit.
Yeah.
It took less time and Batman Begins to see old boy in the suit. So yeah, I think that was part of it. He was like limping around the mansion, just looking real sad, and I was just like, first of all, how did he get hurt? Second of all, why is he so sad? And then third of all, so he's really only Batman for about like maybe an hour in the middle there, and then he's broken again for 30 to 45 minutes.
He's broken a lot.
Yeah,
There's a lot of broken Batman.
And then the last 15 to 30 minutes of the movie, then we get to see him as Batman again. So I think I was just like, I wanted way more Batman and way less sad Bruce. And
Fair.
we got so much sad Bruce, especially since this was supposed to be the epic conclusion, right? So I just didn't expect I didn't expect Bruce Wayne and Batman to have to go through so much character growth, considering this was the final installment. I thought it was going to be a lot of epic, and it was a lot less epic, a lot more like a broken man has found peace or some shit. I don't know.
A broken. There's a lot of that. There's a lot of a broken man. You know, and then there's financials and
He lost everything.
crime and legislation and all that fun stuff.
Yep.
But I feel like I wouldn't mind that so much if the movie wasn't so long.
It's
Because
so
once you give me 244, it's maybe I didn't need all of that.
We had to brace ourselves a little bit. We
We
were
did.
like, oh God, it's almost 3 hours.
What a way to start our first reaction.
Right?
you know?
3 hours without Colin because he's a hoe. But yeah, it's a lot. There's a lot going on. I had fun. I remember that 10 years ago. I enjoyed watching Batman when he was Batman. Bane was really dope.
Yeah. And the memes that came out of it. Ooh, some top tier 2012 memes.
2012. What a time. What a time. speaking of Bane, let's talk about the characters.
All right.
Ooh, the whitewashing. So
Ugh, it's so bad.
I don't think I knew who Talia was when this movie came out.
I didn't either.
So I didn't know that was.
Whitewashing.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay, cool, Talia, whatever. But yeah, Bane, bro, like his whole thing, like Santa Prisca is where he's from. He doesn't sound like that. Like,
yeah.
Not, no discredit to Tom Hardy. He did his thing when I could understand him. His lines were fantastic. He looked intimidating.
He had a lot of good one-liners.
Mhm.
I also didn't know anything about Bane, so I was not outraged at the time. I was like, I think I was just more disappointed that we weren't going to get like a second Joker showdown. So I was just like, who cares? Yeah, I would have been outraged, I think, if I knew.
Oh, you would have been
I would have been pissed. I would have been like, we get like 2 characters a year, and you
Right.
took one.
You took Bane? Not Bane.
Oh, it's so rude.
I think I liked these movies in general a lot more when they were coming out than in hindsight because Christian Bale's Batman is not my favorite. Going back, like the voice, he can't close his mouth. I assume it's hard to breathe out of your nose in that mask.
Yeah, I think so.
Because, like, man, obviously Christian Bale's a fantastic actor. We just saw him as Gore. He killed it.
Yep.
And he's not bad in this either. It's just, since this movie came out, I've watched the Batman animated series so much. And we've gotten, I think, two more live-action Batman since this movie came out. And, everybody has their own strengths and weaknesses. And, in the animated series, he does that with his voice. He doesn't do that with his voice, but like he changes it.
Yeah, we
so
know
I get
that
what he was
Batman
going
changes.
For, but
yeah,
it's just like, dude.
The Scooby-Doo voice.
Yeah, it's so much.
But
good acting.
Although when he goes into the like, where's she? That it's like, okay, this is where the voice works.
Where's the sugar?
I can't say he's not my favorite, only because The Dark Knight.
Dark Knight is fantastic.
Just that movie alone, I really can't hate on Christian Bale's Batman too much. But we have gotten some better Batman since then, especially including live action. So he's perhaps not my number one, but he's still up there for me. And I think he does a solid job. I feel like the issues I have with this movie are much more with the story and much less with like Christian Bale's Batman.
Mm-hmm.
And that's about it. Like, I don't really have, and it's a really good movie. Like, this is an excellent movie.
It's a fun movie. You were really, really fond of all the crime. So you want to talk about Catwoman?
I just thought it was clever. Look, Catwoman, there was a lot of really subtle ways that they showed, or I thought they were subtle, but I pointed them out. There was a bunch of ways they showed that she was clever, and it was very quick and snippy and like fast, and you're just like, wow, she's really on top of this. She went in there with a plan. She's obviously a cunning, intelligent criminal, and so I had to respect it because she's just so smart. So I was just like, oh, love it. There's a reason she's kind of a supervillain, even though she's just like a normal person, just like a really smart normal person. So I had to respect it, and I remember Anne Hathaway being cast was controversial at the time because people were like, really, that goody? But I'm like, ooh, let's see. And then she used it, right? Or her Catwoman used it as a way to turn tricks, right? She used like her innocent persona, the fact that she could sort of slink in and out of these like high society events because of the way she looked. And then, she was a grifter. She was going in, stealing stuff, and then like using everything she had to distract people to steal from them. Like, she kisses Bruce Wayne, but it wasn't to kiss. It was to steal his parking ticket so she could take his car, So I thought, I just liked how clever she was. I liked that they used Anne Hathaway's sort of very all-American, like angelic, innocent look to their advantage. So, and then her casting made a lot of sense once you saw her Catwoman. So that's why I liked it in the end. I remember it was controversial at the time, though.
I do remember that too because I was also like, her? But but that helped because when I saw the movie, my expectations for Catwoman were under the ground with all those cops. And then she wasn't terrible. So I thought, oh, that was really good.
Yeah.
Since I've seen it, I don't love it.
Because we've had
She wasn't
better.
bad. Well, not even. It's just I watched it the first time and I thought this Catwoman was gonna be terrible, and it wasn't. So, two thumbs up.
Good job.
And then the more I watch, kind of like a lot of things with this movie, the more I watch, I'm just like, Not a huge fan of that, but
It's
she's
just
fine.
I feel like this movie's like big flaw was The Dark Knight was so good.
It was
That
hard. It was hard to
that
live up to that.
exactly. It was so hard to live up to what The Dark Knight had created. Like you almost wish Dark Knight was a little less good so that Dark Knight Rises
A little less
could
good.
could actually have its moment to shine. Cuz like Batman Begins, no one hates on it cuz it's set up. And then Dark Knight is like this is amazing. And then Dark Knight Rises it was like it ended.
It's over.
Like, but it's a solid movie.
Yeah.
I mean, part of the problem is it's like 3 hours long.
Yeah.
But I really don't
So
think
is
it's
the
that
Batman.
bad. Yeah, but the
I
Batman
think
was
the Batman is too long,
amazing.
but this isn't the Batman
I
movie.
didn't
We did that.
feel that, but who knows? Maybe in 5 years I will.
Maybe. In 10 years, you won't remember having seen it.
No,
You were like, I remember that in the trailer.
No, if I don't watch it again in 10 years, because again, Dark Knight Rises, I've seen The Dark Knight since it came out in 2008,
Right.
a lot.
Yeah.
But Dark Knight Rises is just like, not today. Like, AKA, I haven't seen it in 10 years.
Yeah.
But let's see who else. We got Jim Gordon, consistent, helpful.
Yeah, doing his thing.
Doing his
Being
thing.
Jim.
I'm a little bit, again, this movie, I think because it was the conclusion, it was just a lot different from the other two. So you got less Jim Gordon. He spent a lot more time on that hospital bed and it's just like, where's Jim? I forgot about him. Oh, there he is. Let's talk about Mr. Blake.
Yeah, fake Robin. I love Joseph Gordon-Levitt in this movie. He's fantastic. His performance is great. I loved his character. I don't like the little Robin line at the end.
No, that was corny AF and I hated it.
And I think part of the reason that bothers me so much is because since Batman Begins came out, Christopher Nolan has kind of made it clear with his art that I'm going to make the least comic book movie I can. I'm going to make this grounded. This is going to be Batman, but if it was real and whatever, that's your vibe. That's your vibe. But then when you just take little things from the comics, like, okay, here, look, Robin. It's like, no, that's not Robin.
Yeah, it's
You don't just
not.
say the name Robin and now this is Robin. Like,
Yeah.
This is a 30-year-old man.
Yeah.
So
Just
he
name
met
him Tim Drake.
a few, I don't know, this year. It's not
Or you
I don't
can't
like it.
shoehorn him in.
right. Like, you want to give us the comics or don't give us the comics.
Yeah.
Don't just be like, oh, this is Robin now. Now he's a 30-year-old cop because he had no parents. Like, bro, that's not Robin. But that aside, JGL killed it.
That character was
Fantastic
great.
character. Yeah, you know, him being a cop aside, I love him.
Yeah. I remember like watching the movie being like, why is this cop so involved? We're getting more of this cop than of Batman. And then at the end it's like Robin and I was like, rolls eyes, but also I get it now. But yeah, he was great. I liked his character. I just hated the shoehorning. Just pick a Robin and make it him. do Nightwing. Make him Tim Drake. Cause you gave him
No, it's not
Blake.
Tim Drake.
Huh? It's not. Who
No,
is it?
Dick
Which one?
Grayson.
Sorry. Make him Dick Grayson. Sorry. Whoops.
I wouldn't have liked that either. Because, like, that's Batman's son. Like, Robin, Tim Drake, Dick Grayson, Damian Wayne, all these kids were raised by Batman. That's why they're Robin.
Ah.
So some random dude, we're not saying the N-word, some random dude off the street is like, oh, yeah, it's Dick Grayson. No, it's not. That's weird and random.
Fair.
But, you know.
But I'm just like, tell
gonna
me
do
it's
stuff.
Robin from the beginning, because
gotta have the
that was
reveal.
my thing. But that was hella dumb, because I'm like, again, why is this? And they're significant because it was JGL playing him, right? So it wasn't just like some random playing this cop that's like, who cares? All of a sudden, it's Joseph Gordon-Levitt in a pretty significant role. Again, like almost at the beginning, more screen time for JGL than Christian Bale.
Yeah.
Although his character was so great. His character was so insightful and so helpful in like multiple situations.
Yeah.
Like he just happened to always be where he needed to be, that I was just like, I like him. But Robin, it did roll my eyes a little bit.
Yeah. Alfred was cool. Mike O'Kane, fantastic. His little sad little monologues.
Oh.
And his silly little fantasy of never speaking to Bruce again.
Also, that's not what that fantasy was.
He's like, yeah, bro, I'm
Dallas.
not going to see you for years. You're going to get married, you're going to have a kid, maybe, I don't know, and then we just won't talk anymore.
That
Bye.
was not his fantasy. His fantasy because Bruce was presumed dead and he was missing. And his fantasy was that Bruce has moved on, that Bruce has a life outside of what Gotham was, and that he doesn't want contact with it. Contact with Alfred would force Bruce, if he's out there with a wife and kids, to have contact with him. So he just wants a glimpse. He just wants to know that he's okay. And his fantasy was that he had like a wife and kids, and that he was out there just living a wholesome life, and not like with the League of Shadows.
Yeah.
Like, that's all it was. Which, like, I totally understand.
It's silly.
It's not silly, because again, the position that he was in was, I don't know where he is. I don't know if he's alive. I just want a piece, and obviously he doesn't want to contact me.
Yeah, but that aside, fantastic performance.
So good when
He's
he's
a great
crying
Alfred.
over the grave.
That was real sad.
So sad.
Morgan Freeman is always fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Bringing the melanin into this white movie. Marion Cotillard, that's her name. She was
Marion
good.
Cotillard.
She was
convincing as a random rich woman.
Yeah.
And then she was evil for 15 minutes.
Stabbed the dude, died.
Yeah, worst death ever. Let's talk about
Man.
that. Iconically horrible.
No other takes for that.
Right? There
that
probably
was the best one you had.
Exactly. That's more what it is. Like, that was the best take. That's the tape you went with. Take what you went
Could
with.
just been like, lean back and close your eyes.
Right?
Use that. That was rough.
Just such a weird angle to die at too. We both stare into the abyss just thinking about it.
Visuals and sound. Looks like
this movie was
Batman.
very gray, but it was pretty.
Not the football scene. That was very yellow.
Oh yeah, I was like, oh, color.
Color. It has the look of the Dark Knight trilogy.
It's very like Nolan.
Mm-hmm.
Nolan loves grays and blacks and neutrals.
Hans Zimmer did this thing.
Oh, dude. When like Batman rolls in and you finally get the theme, a good hour and a half in, you're like, yes!
Right, this is a Batman movie. Forgot what I was watching.
Yes!
I was watching the police procedural.
Exactly. It was just like Joseph Gordon-Levitt taking down billionaires.
Law and Order Gotham.
Goodness.
But yeah, Hans Zimmer did his thing as he always does.
Mm-hmm. That plane scene at the beginning was amazing.
Really dope. Yeah, if you watch the episode, we made a lot of jokes about Nolan and his lack of melanin in his roles. Demi probably cut all that out. Yeah. But all that aside, he makes really good movies. This movie's really good. We have some issues. It's too long, but it's good.
It's visually engaging, even though it's predominantly a gray palette. Sound
Bane looks scary.
Yeah, Bane. Tom Hardy got yoked AF for this role.
Yeah.
And I don't know. The plane scene visually is probably my favorite scene. Other than any fight scene with Catwoman in it, those are fun and interesting because they had her do a lot of like kicking and gymnastic-y things. And then my favorite, but it's more for the cleverness. Oh, we'll get to the end. We'll talk about that at the end.
Okay.
My favorite aspects. But
is that our next thing? Yeah.
Cool.
Let's talk about it.
Okay, so my favorite scene is like Catwoman's, like real Catwoman's introduction, like when she goes in to like sell the prince, because that's when you really see how cunning and how detailed and how kind of scary she is, right? I was just like impressed. I was just like, wow, this woman is cunning. This woman is terrifying. This woman has all her bases covered. So interesting. I like it.
Yes. Also, if you didn't see it, Gabby was comparing notes.
Stop it! No, I wasn't.
Oh, that was clever. That's how I would do that.
No.
Because you gotta make sure the fingerprints don't touch your stuff.
Stop it! I did not.
Gabby's a criminal. But aside from that, what's my favorite thing? I like JGL. He was dope. Him being white aside, I really like Tom Hardy's performance.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have cast him, but he was killing it. I think a lot of Bane's lines were probably my favorite.
Yeah.
Like, do you feel in charge? Take that bass out your voice.
He did not say that.
That's what he said in my cut. What's the darkness?
You merely adopted the darkness. Oh, that's the iconic
but
line
also,
from
fun
this
fact,
movie.
There's a Spider-Man comic with a line suspiciously similar to that came out before this movie. I remember reading it one day. Peter was fighting somebody. He was going through his angsty phase. And he was fighting somebody, and he said something about them in the darkness and how he lives in it. And I was like, when did this come out? And it came out before this movie. So I don't know if the Nolans are biting Spider-Man, but Spider-Man, whoever wrote that should get more credit.
If you guys want to find out who Dallas would cast as Bane, you guys can listen to our Batman fan cast.
Oh.
Spoiler alert, they're not white.
Who was it? Tell me after.
I'm going to tell you after,
I don't think I've listened to it.
We got to make them go to see it.
Yeah.
Or listen to it.
I think that was Batman Villains Part 2.
Sure. Why not?
Just go listen to all of them.
Yeah, everything. Go listen to every episode. All right. Thank you for listening and or watching. Maybe both. Maybe one. It's very hot in here, so we're going to stop. I don't even remember what the outro is. No. Yeah, thank you, everybody. Thank you, Crown Digital, Brandon and I. You put us on the Spotify and the Apple Podcast. To me, you have your work cut out for you because this is a video.
So sorry.
But thank you for editing it and downloading all the things. For every joke we made about Christopher Nolan and his white casting that you left in, thank you for that. Because now you're going to try to cut a lot of it out. Gabby, thank you for sitting in this hot-ass room with me and watching this long-ass movie.
Woo.
For our first review. Colin, thank you for nothing. You're supposed to be here and you're not. He's not watching this. You can find us on the internet, on the Twitters and the such. We're on Facebook.com/Creative Differences PC. We're on Twitter at y'all_different. And we are on Instagram and Tumblr at Creative Differences Podcast. If you want to yell at me for criticizing Christopher Nolan or whatever, find me on Twitter or Instagram at King Named Simba.
If you want to just say hi, I'm on the Instagrams at Stegosoria.
Can they find Demi? No, they can't find Demi. Demi is a ghost.
I live in the shadows.
Oh, you do live in the
she
shadows.
does.
That's good. That's good. You can find Colin on Twitter at Blow My Back Out Bane. All right, it's been different. Bye.
Bye. Bye.